Page 128. Unit 16. The Sleeping Beauty. Part 1. Listen and follow the text.
Once upon a time, a king and a queen lived in an ancient castle. Their people loved them, but they had one great sorrow. For many years, they had no children. So imagine their joy when one day they had a beautiful baby daughter. They invited all their friends to the christening party. They decided to name her Aurora. They also invited 6 good fairies to the occasion, but thoughtlessly forgot to invite the fairy Carabosse. She was famous for casting malicious spells and was furious when she received no invitation to the party. The day of the party arrived, and the fairies cast various good spells as gifts for the baby princess. "Aurora will be kind and helpful," said the first fairy. "She will be clever and curious," promised the second fairy. "She will be truthful," predicted the third fairy. "She will sing beautifully," added the fourth fairy. "She will dance gracefully," whispered the fifth fairy. The sixth and most powerful fairy was just about to cast her spell when there was a clap of thunder at the door. It was Carabosse. "All your fine words are useless," she spat maliciously. "On her 18th birthday, Aurora will prick her finger on a spindle and die." The guests all gasped with horror as she raised her wand, but then the sixth fairy came to the baby's cradle. "I can't actually break the spell of another fairy," she said, "but I can change it. The princess will not die. Aurora will go to sleep for 100 years and will wake up when a handsome prince comes to find her." As years passed by, Aurora grew just as the good fairies predicted. Occasionally, she wondered why she was not allowed out of the castle, but she was a happy child. The king and the queen never told her about Carabosse's spell. They ordered everyone in the country to burn their spindles. However, they forgot about one old lady who lived at the top of a tall tower. She sat all day at her wheel, quietly spinning wool. On the princess's 18th birthday, the curious Aurora decided to explore the castle, which was so enormous that she had not seen half of it. To her surprise, she noticed a tiny dark door in the wall under a tower. Behind the door was a dark, winding staircase. The princess climbed up and up till she felt quite breathless. At the very top of the stairs, she saw an old lady at her spinning wheel. "What are you doing?" asked Aurora. "I'm spinning wool," replied the old lady, giving her the spindle. As Aurora took the spindle, she accidentally pricked her finger. Noiselessly, she fell to the floor in a deep sleep. The old lady was dreadfully frightened and ran to tell the king and queen. "This is because of Carabosse's spell," cried the queen hopelessly. "Now our dear daughter will sleep for 100 years. The king carried his daughter to her room. He began to weep too. "When she wakes up, we'll be dead. She'll be all alone." "I wish the sixth fairy could help us," wept the queen. In the twinkling of an eye, the good fairy appeared. "I understand your fears," she said. "Shall I put you to sleep for 100 years too?" "That's a wonderful idea," exclaimed the king. "Yes, please." The good fairy raised her magic wand, and immediately all the people in the castle fell asleep. The king, the queen, the guards, the cook, the maidservants, and even Aurora's little dog. A huge forest grew up around the castle, and so it remained for 100 years. To be continued.